Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special housing report brought to you in association with BNZ. Today we look at figures from Barfoot and Thompson. It's the largest real estate agency group in Auckland and it's come out with its figures for July. Now normally we wouldn't be too interested in what one real estate agency group says about its figures for 1 month, but Barfoot and Thompson is the biggest in Auckland, which is the biggest market in New Zealand, and its figures come out before numbers nationally from the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and Quotable Value. So they're always an interesting first measure of what's happening in the month. And in the month of July, the number of properties sold by Barfoot and Thompson, which does about a third of the market, fell to 644. Now that's down 21 from June, and it's down 17.3% from July a year ago. Now the average price though rose 2.2% to $534,389. Now you may wonder, how come in a slow market, when the volumes are falling, would we see a price increase? Well, Barfoot and Thompson points out that many of the houses that have been sold are at the upper end of the market, over that $750,000 threshold. It's clear in this market, and it's pretty weak at the moment, the demand isn't very strong, particularly across the country, that it's the houses that don't have any problems that are selling. So these are typical 3-4 bedroom standalone houses where it's easier to get bank funding, where there aren't any problems with leaky buildings, there's no townhouse restrictions or various issues that you get with apartments. So they tend to be more expensive, and that tends to skew the average upwards. Now, it's also interesting to see what's happening with the tone of the market. And Barfoot and Thompson says this is a normal sort of slow winter, that things have found their ticking over point, they describe. But there are signs of stress in the market. Maybe not so much in Auckland, but certainly in the rest of the country. And even in Auckland, you can see that in the number of listings hitting the market. Barfoot and Thompson says that it received 1,267 new listings in July. You've got to compare that with the number of properties sold, about 644. So for every property that was coming off the market because it was sold, there were 2 new ones coming on. However, Barfoot and Thompson says the total number of properties still on its books to be sold at the beginning of August was 5,759. Not much changed. So this says that at least as many properties were taken off the market having not been sold than were actually sold. That suggests there's a real problem here, that it's a buyer's market. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special housing report brought to you in association with BNZ.